Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this particular session, we are going to discuss a very famous model which is called as a Kelley Model of followership. So in the leadership theories, we have two kinds of theories. The first kind of theories which focused on the leadership traits. On the other side, there are certain theories which focused on the followership. So in today's session, we are focusing on one of those theories. So let's begin. So let's talk about who is a follower. So the first thing that comes to my mind that followership refers to the role held by a certain individual in an organization, team or a group. So anybody who is working anybody who is working in an organization or who is part of a team or who is part of a group is basically a follower. So specifically, it is a capacity of an individual to actively follow a leader. So obviously, when in organization, we look at the hierarchy level, we see a leader, and then if there is a leader, then it is quite obvious that there is a possibility that there are so many followers who are following this particular leader, and that's why he is a leader, right? That is what the theory said by Blanchard theory, right? So follower plays an active role in the organization, group and team in the success and failure. So obviously the followers have a very good weightage in the success of organizations, in the success of group, in the success of a team. So important question here is that who is an effective follower? So effective follower are the individuals who are considered to be enthusiastic, intelligent, ambitious and self-reliant. So basically an effective follower are those people who are intelligent, who are ambitious, who have the energy in themselves to work for the organization, and who are independent or self-reliant, right? So I hope that what is a follower is clear, right? So let's talk about the model. So although the leadership is an important aspect of an organizational success, about 80% of the success is considered to be direct result of the follower contribution. So we need to understand even an individual who is a leader cannot be responsible for the success of organization. He will need followers. He will need someone who can work on his directions. And that is why Kelley in 1992 said that 80% of the organizations are successful because followers are contributing the best to the organization and they are following the leader in the right way. And that's why organizations are successful. So Kelley in 1992 posited that there are 5 followership styles, and these are exemplary, conformist, passive, alienated and pragmatic. So these are the 5 styles. We are going to discuss one by one in the later part of this video. So these followership style are based in the combination of 2 different followership dimensions. So basically he decided that these are the 2 dimensions on which one dimension is called engagement and another dimension is called critical thinking. And it is very important because whenever we get an MCQ question, we definitely get these kind of questions. So what are the 2 different dimensions of a Kelley model? So one was engagement, another was critical thinking. Okay. Moving forward, follower engagement largely range between passive and active. So we'll go into discuss about the dimensions now, the engagement and critical thinking. So let's talk about the engagement part. So as I just told you that engagement is mainly of 2 types, passive and active. So let's discuss about what is passive and what is active. So passive engagement involves followers waiting for the direction from the leader and before reactively taking action. So basically what happens that there are basically 2 types of people. One kind of follower or one kind of people is that they are passive in nature. They don't actively participate. So basically they wait for the directions of the leader. If the leader says that okay, you do it, then they will start doing it. If you will not say, they will not do it, right? On the other side, there are active engagement followers who basically take initiative at their own level. They try to participate as much as possible in the organization task. So that's why passive people are basically who are reactive people. On the other side, active people who are proactive people, right? They are proactive to every activity. On the other side, let's talk about critical thinking. So critical thinking has also 2 dimensions. One is called dependent uncritical thinking and another is called independent critical thinking. So let's explain the difference between the 2. So dependent uncritical thinkers accept information that is provided to them on the face value without even evaluation or questioning the leader. The important part here is that dependent uncritical thinker, they will not going to question leader. They're not going to ask any question. They are more like a yes-manship kind of people. They will say, okay, whatever you say is right and we'll follow it, right? That is the way to do it. They don't use their critical mind for any of the instruction given by the leader. On the other side, independent critical thinkers are those who do not accept the information, but they try to question, they try to evaluate, they try to analyze the information given by the leader. So any leader who is providing the information to the followers, then followers can have two kinds of ways of processing that information. Either they will evaluate this, analyze this and question this, or otherwise they will not do anything, they will just follow it. And these will be called as your dependent uncritical thinkers. So I hope the two dimensions are clear. Let's move on to the 5 different roles. I have already explained you these are the 5 roles. So exemplary, conformist, passive, alienated and pragmatist. Let's move on to the first one. And these are the this is the diagram to represent it. So on this side we have passive, on this side we have active, on this side we have dependent, on this side we have uncritical thinkers, and in the center we have survivors. So basically those people who are at the center, neither they are passive, neither they are active, neither they are critical thinkers, neither they are uncritical thinkers. So they are just surviving themselves. And the different in the different quadrants we have different followership styles. Okay, let's take up one by one. So let's talk about the exemplary followers first. Exemplary followers rank high on both active engagement and on the independent critical thinking. So we have already understood what is active thinkers and active engagement and what is independent critical thinking. So what they do, they try to think for themselves and therefore willing to challenge leader by providing alternative solution if they disagree with the leader. So basically they try to question the leader, they try to find an alternative way of doing things, and they are actively engaged in doing the task. And that is the reason why these kind of followers are really necessary. They are really an important asset for organization. They proactively support the organization goal and leader decisions. They are congruent with the belief. So basically they try to help out the leaders. They try to take up tasks, try to take up initiatives. They assume responsibility beyond their minimum job requirements. So they are not just survivors. They are not bounded to just job requirement. They can take up new challenges. They try to do something new and try to accomplish those goals. Moving on to the second type of style, and that is called conformist followership. So conformist followers are high on active engagement. So basically they are active. They will try to do things at their own level, but are dependent uncritical thinkers. So when they are dependent uncritical, that means they are not going to challenge anything. They are more like yes men. So Kelley preferred them as yes people. As I just told you, they were called as yes manship, or they were called as yes people. They will never say no. They will never say challenge the leader. They will never say that you are not doing the right thing. They will always say whatever you say is absolutely right. And that's why I guess that line, which is the famous line, which is called boss is always right, that comes from these kind of conformist followership. Conformist followership is very active doers. They are unquestionable follower leaders direction. So basically they don't question leaders and just follow the direction given by the leader. Although they are active, they follow. Okay. Moving on to the third one, and that is called passive followership. So they are low on active engagement and are dependent and critical. So they are poor at both sides, right? They are not active also, and they are not independent also. So in that case, what they do, they are just referred as sheep. So they will just, when you push them, they will start running. When you don't push, they will not do anything. They're not going to question anything. They're not going to ask anything. They're just more like very much close to survivors. They are very much close to. They are just doing the amount of work which the leaders give them the direction. They need regular directions from the leader. After completing a task, the passive follower typically waits for the direction before beginning of the next task. So basically, before starting any new task, they will keep on waiting for the previous task feedback. If the leader said, okay, you did a good job, then they will move forward. And then again, they will ask what I need to do next. So they will keep on asking the same question, what I need to do next. This is the common question which a passive follower asks. Moving on to the next one, that is called alienated followership. Alienated followers are highly independent critical thinkers but are low in engagement. So basically they are independent. They have their critical thinking. They keep on trying to challenge the leaders by questioning things, but they have engagement level is poor. They are not actively engaged. They are more like passively engaged. That means they try to question the leader, but they don't do anything. They will not take initiatives, right? They think for themselves. They will always have their self-interest over organizational interest, and instead of being positive like an exemplary follower, they will always proactively alienated alternative solution to the leader. So they keep on giving you new solutions, but they will not do anything, and they are mostly negative critical reviewers kind of thing. So they try to negatively find points from the leader, and they try to give, okay, this will not work, this will not work, this will not work, but they will not do anything for that. Okay, they consider themselves as Marvicks, but who are willing to oppose management. So they believe that they are really good at something, but they and oppose management also, but they are not actively participating in organization goals, right? And last one is called the Pragmatist Followers. So those with the fifth followership is called Pragmatist, who have a moderate level engagement and portray a moderate lay of critical thinking. So they are basically at the center level, and that's why they are more called as survivors. They are more survivors. They are uncommitted. They wait to see where the things are going before they take action. So they wait and watch. Once they see that, okay, the things are going in this direction, they move in that direction. So basically they try to survive themselves only into the organization, tend to maintain the status quo and wait for the crisis to pass through the different actions. So they keep on waiting. They keep on waiting. They are not active. They are not passive. They just keep on waiting for the things to happen. If the things will happen positive, they will say positive. If the things goes negative, they will say negative. They don't have any stand. So I hope you understood this particular topic on the followership model. If you really like my content, do like, subscribe and share. If you want me to make any of a new video, do let me know in the comment section for which topic you are looking for a video. Thank you, and we'll meet in the next video.